going viral super fast. I mean, like tens of thousands of views in a matter of just a few minutes. It was just going just straight vertical. And then, bang, it just stopped. I mean, it didn't like slow down or like people lost interest in it. It stopped. And it got shut down.
Dr. Phil has been on an absolute rampage recently when it comes to destroying the woke talking points and just exposing the woke cult in general. He's gone on shows like The View and destroyed Whoopi Goldberg, Joy Behar, and Sonny Hostin, and the rest of those idiots. He's gone on Bill Maher, on Late Night or Real Time with Bill Maher, and just destroyed all of Bill Maher's talking points. And now he's on The Breakfast Club, and he's still just destroying the woke talking points just by using his normal functioning brain and in using facts and using logic to absolutely break down all of their talking points to the point where Instagram and Facebook have to suppress everything that Dr. Phil is trying to say, the things that Dr. Phil are trying to expose. This tweet here from Chief Nerd says, Dr. Phil says Facebook and Instagram suppressed his border video after it started to go viral. I put a clip up of my trip to the border. I posted it on Facebook and Instagram, and it was the part of me talking to him about these people being in traffic. I can't say that phrase too many times here, but they are going to talk about it within the clip that I'm going to show you. It was about 50 minutes, or it was up about 50 minutes and going viral super fast, and then bang, it just stopped. It got shut down. And I could say, I have witnessed things like this firsthand. They suppress stuff like this with people being in traffic. 110% they do. Especially sites like Facebook and Instagram, they 100% suppress these things. There's no doubt about it. So let's get into this clip here from Dr. Phil being on The Breakfast Club and talking about the suppression from Facebook and from Instagram and from just the woke mob in general, trying to stop people from seeing stuff like this. I wonder why that would be. Anyway, let's get into this clip here from Dr. Phil on The Breakfast Club.
A scary number. I mean, I'm talking way over 50% of young people get 100% of their news from TikTok.
Jesus Christ, that's horrible.
100% of their news, not like they get some and they don't verify it. 100% of their news from TikTok. And I put a clip up of my trip to the border. Just a small clip.
If you guys enjoy content like this, I would appreciate if you left a like and subscribe to the channel. There's only about 1.2% of you that are subscribed to the channel that watch this channel, so I would appreciate, and it would help me out a ton if you hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Let's get back to the content.
And it was a part of me talking to him about picking these children. And maybe 15, 18 seconds. And it was up about 50 minutes and going viral super fast. I mean, like tens of thousands of views in a matter of just a few minutes. It was just going just straight vertical. And then, bang, it just stopped. I mean, it didn't like slow down or like people lost interest in it. It stopped.
Wow.
They just, the algorithm, they just shut it.
Is anybody surprised by this anymore? Like, is anybody watching this Dr. Phil video on The Breakfast Club and hearing that Dr. Phil posted a video on Facebook that was exposing something that they normally don't want people to see? And obviously Facebook and Instagram in particular don't want people to see this because they are trying to get a certain side to win the next election and every election going forward, because they're sold out to these people. And they don't want to make, the left, they don't want to make Joe Biden look bad and his, border policies look bad. So is this surprising to anyone? Like, to me, this is just kind of like, yeah, of course they do that. Of course Facebook and Instagram do that. Why would they not? Is anybody surprised by Dr. Phil saying that he was exposing something really, really dark happening at the border, really, really bad happening at the border as a result of something that Joe Biden and the Biden regime have done? The policies and the way that they're handling the border crisis. Is anybody surprised that Facebook and Instagram would suppress that? Like, it's known that they've meddled, at least at the very least that Twitter, but I'm pretty sure it's known, documented, that they've meddled with elections in the past. Even though we don't need that to be documented, we can kind of just see it in broad day. Like, they don't really care if we see it anymore. But we know from Elon Musk buying Twitter that he's exposed that with the Twitter files. So I'm not surprised by this at all. And I fully 100% believe that this video was going viral and then boom, nothing. Like, not just like a trickle down, like slowly start to slow down, like boom, nothing. I believe that 100%. And if you don't know, if you're not someone who's a content creator who doesn't understand that, and I'm sure a lot of you, even if you don't create content, you can understand that's not normal behavior for Facebook and Instagram videos to you know, be on an upward trajectory, just going absolutely viral, and then boom, shut off. Like, that's not normal algorithmic behavior. That's somebody flipped a switch for Dr. Phil there. 100%.
Down, and you couldn't see it.
That happens to a lot of our content too, especially anytime you're talking politics, anything like that. Like YouTube's been suppressing us for some years now.
Yeah, it was shut down on YouTube, and it was shut down on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. How do you feel about that?
I feel like what you said in chapter 7, we're doing our enemies' work for them, because you know you're stifling freedom of speech, and you're not letting people see the truth for themselves, and you're just letting them run with this false information that may be out there on social media about a lot of these things that we're talking about.
Yeah, see, here's the thing. We're guaranteed free speech under the First Amendment, but what it says is the government will pass no law. Okay, and the government hasn't. We're doing this to each other.
Yeah.
We're muzzling each other.
That's right.
What the hell is up with that?
Well, technically there's been no laws passed, but the FBI has been involved, you know, with the Twitter files and everything. Like, the FBI is very obviously involved with these social media sites and trying to tell them to stop certain people from being allowed to speak on social media. That's, like, you know, well documented that, yes, the government has not passed a law, but there's still, it's not just us doing it to each other. They are still involved in the censorship of certain people and certain narratives, and trying to make one side look good and the other side look bad. So they're still involved in it, but it's not like, yeah, obviously there's been no anti-free speech law passed, of course.
That's right.
We're muzzling each other. That's what's so disturbing to me. And you said, you asked the question that I should have been asking a long time ago, so I'll probably steal that and take credit when you're not around. Why are we acting like this is normal?
Yeah.
We have this going on. You know, they're shutting down y'all's content. They're shutting down my content, and they shut it down because it was border and children, and people were getting upset about it. So, oh no, we can't have that.
I think people are acting like it's normal, not because it is normal, but because it is common. Like, I think because we all know that this suppression is happening for certain narratives and for certain things that you just can't say, and that these sites like Facebook and Instagram, they want to portray a certain narrative about the current regime, you know, about Joe Biden and the left in general. They want them to win. They don't want the other side to look good, and they don't want their side to look bad. So I don't think it's normal, but it is common, and that's why people act like this is so normal. But Dr. Phil actually responded to this and just promoted his book a little bit. Chief Nerd said, "Thank you for the work you're doing in the absence of our media." Yeah, I mean, Dr. Phil has been on an absolute rampage recently, where he's, you know, Dr. Phil has been on Real Time with Bill Maher, been on The View, and just destroyed them. But I mean, that's not very hard. You just come in with some basic common sense, and you can destroy Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar in them. But, you know, Dr. Phil has been doing a great job, going on The Breakfast Club, going on The View, going on Real Time with Bill Maher, and just destroying the woke side of things. Let me know what you guys think about Dr. Phil's kind of revenge tour, where he's just going on all these shows and just exposing the woke mob. Obviously, he's doing this to promote his book, but he's still a big voice in the space, and it's crazy to see how based Dr. Phil has become. Let me know what you guys are thinking about this Dr. Phil revenge tour in the comments. If you did enjoy the video, though, please leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I hope to see you guys on the next one.